You see, the old way wasn't working, deep divers. So it's on us to do what we gotta do. And I see no changes. Deep divers, in the great words of Machiavelli the Don, okay? I do see changes, however. I see a big change coming to the planet, deep divers. Oh, baby. And you better be getting ready for it. Peace, infinite waters, diving deep once again. Beautiful deep divers, we are out here in nature, baby. You can hear those beautiful birds tweeting, singing so many beautiful songs of harmony and bliss. I'm in a good mood, deep divers. I put on some new shoes today. The cat down the road says hi, by the way. Now, deep divers, how's your day going? I'm just, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. I want to share some good ass prana with you today. Take that, take that, take that. The global reset button had to be pushed. What's coming, deep divers? You won't believe it. Uh-oh. Now, shout out to everybody who was on the Instagram live earlier today. We talked about this. And deep divers, right now on the planet, everything has come to a grinding halt, a standstill. It feels like we're living in some kind of dystopian world, like, oh my gosh, what's going on? No, deep divers, all that's happening is a rebirth. And we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello there? So wonderful deep divers, shout out to you. Shout out to everybody who has been diving deep into infinite waters. Life is good. A lot of people, a lot of you wonderful souls have been asking me, Ralph, how are you? And deep divers, I'm in good spirits right about now. Because I'm in nature every single day when everybody else is in quarantine. When everybody else is in quarantine, I'm just here in nature. Nature as usual, like nothing has changed, deep divers. The global reset button has been pushed. What's coming? You won't believe it. Now, the planet is in a state of emergency. I shouldn't say the planet, I should say human beings, okay? Because the planet can take care of itself. It was here before us, and it's going to be here after us. It can deal with it. But many human beings on the planet right now cannot deal with it because they are in quarantine. They are on lockdown. Shops are closed. Restaurants are closed. And I want to send condolences to all the families who know someone who's been affected by the virus that's been going around. I want to send a huge shout out to all the nurses who are taking care of the sick, of the elderly. And I want to send a big shout out to you, deep divers. And I'm urging you to remind yourself there is still so much beauty in the world. Don't allow your current situation to be your final destination. What? Slow motion this side. Say it again, Ralph. Do not allow your current situation to be your final destination. The global reset button had to be pushed, deep divers. This had to happen. What's going on the planet right now had to happen. Why? Because the reset button had to be pushed in this matrix. Many people were living in reverse, L-I-V-E, and that's evil, E-V-I-L. Many people were not in tune with themselves. Many people were not taking care of Mother Nature. This is the karmic debt that humanity has to face up to. Now, why did the global reset button have to be pushed? Because deep divers, there were far too many human doings on the planet. Everybody in a hurry to get nowhere fast. And now everything has come to a grinding halt. A silent standstill. People are locked in their homes. And now for the first time, they're starting to realize that, oh my gosh, what have we done? You see, many people right now are starting to think. And a lot of people haven't done that before. They are starting to reflect on their own lives to say, actually, what was I working for? What kind of lifestyle was I living? Because a lot of people have a lot of thinking time right now. But also, the collective is reflecting on the way we are treating the planet, that we have destroyed the rainforests. Since 1970, over 60% of animal populations have been killed by humans. Not by anybody else, by human activity. The global reset button had to be pushed because we were heading to the 6th mass extinction. This is the last chance, humanity. Don't screw it up. Even the cat down the road told me to tell you that. The global reset button had to be pushed, deep divers, because humanity was going off the rails. And this is the end of this matrix system. It's over. But it's not over for the chosen ones. What? Slow motion this side. It's not over for those who are already in alignment. It's not over for the children of the sun. You see, deep divers, Socrates said this: the unexamined life is not worth living. And many people before this happened were just going about their daily business, not realizing that they were contributing to a problem. They were part of a massive problem. By them just going about their daily business, they were contributing to the destruction of the planet. And life always has a mysterious way of revealing itself to each one of us. The universe always has a mysterious way of revealing itself to each one of us. This, what has happened on the planet, is not an accident. It's not a coincidence. There are no coincidences or accidents in this universe. Everything is happening for a reason. The global reset button had to be pushed because deep divers, we all have to take a look at ourselves. We all have to have this time for introspection, for reflection, for meditation. A lot of people for the first time can finally slow down. They can finally press the pause button, which they hadn't done for so long. We can all start to realize that actually, this is not the right way to live. We have broken laws within nature, and therefore, we are feeling the wrath. We are realizing that we have a lot to do, a lot of work to do. We have work on ourselves to do. And if you are in lockdown right now, if you are in quarantine right now, try to see the beauty of it. That this is the time you have to work on yourself. This is the time where you have to say, actually, this is my reality check. This is my reality check because for so long, I've been living someone else's life. For so long, I've been putting all of my energy into this house of cards, this illusion world, this matrix. Like MJ said, all I really want to say is they don't really care about us. They don't care about you deep divers. Only the cat down the road does. You're starting to realize that the reality is setting in. And everybody is getting the reality check. That this matrix is crumbling before your very eyes. System failure, good night, it's over. And a new world is emerging. Now let's look at the symbolism, deep divers, of a mask. A lot of people on the planet are wearing a mask, but what is a mask? In ancient Greece, they used to wear masks. And the word mask, it is linked to persona. Because in ancient Greece, they would talk through their masks, and this was one of the earliest forms of acting. And many people are acting, have been acting for so long on the planet, living someone else's life in this conveyor belt lifestyle. So right now, a lot of people are wearing a mask. And they're looking at themselves wearing the mask, but what is a mask? It's a persona. Per meaning through, sona. Coming from sona, sound, talking through sound. They spoke through their masks. And what's happening on the planet is that people, the symbolism of the mask, is that people are starting to see that I've been wearing a mask even before this. What? Slow motion this side. Nature is showing you that you have been wearing a mask even before this outbreak. And we all have to strive towards authenticity. That's the only hope for humanity. We all have to start respecting Mother Nature. That's the only hope for humanity. We all have to start taking responsibility for the state of the planet. That's the only hope for humanity. Life, the universe, will always send you experiences which are the most helpful for the evolution of your consciousness. The global reset button had to be pushed because human beings were ignorant. Human beings didn't want to listen. Human beings didn't want to respect nature. And once again, this had to happen. Because everything happens, deep divers, for a reason. We have to learn from this experience to rise like the phoenix even stronger. We have to make sure everything we are doing is part of the solution. Deep divers, I'm so eco-friendly. I'm having a great time right now, deep divers, because I left the Matrix a long time ago. I came into nature to do a little samba, baby. I wasn't dependent on the system. That's why when the system collapsed, I was not affected. And it's all gonna collapse. Deep divers, the economic system, the markets are gonna crash. Oh, it's gonna be so bad. But if you are in nature already, You ain't gotta worry about nothing, deep divers. It took this virus to show us all what really matters in life. What? Slow motion this side. It took this coronavirus to show us all what really matters in life. Is it the money? Is it the fame? Is it the mansion? Is it the car? No, deep divers. What matters the most is your health, is your peace of mind, is your family, are your loved ones. Because when crunch comes to crunch and push comes to shove, deep divers, that's the only thing that matters. We're starting to realize that. We're starting to get that reality check that actually maybe, because during quarantine, a lot of people are having these reality checks that, wait a minute, I didn't come here just to be a slave in the matrix, work every single day and then die. No, I came here to be free. So use this time when you are in lockdown and quarantine to realize that being free is your birthright. Oh, baby. Only a free being can do that, deep divers. The global reset button had to be pushed, deep divers. Stanley Milgram, the social psychologist, Yale professor, his famous obedience experiment in the 1960s where he paid people $4 just to participate in some scientific experiment, but they didn't know that they were actually participating in a obedience experiment. And if their partners in the experiment got a question wrong, they were told to give them an electric shock of 15 volts. And every time they got a question wrong, increase it until it went up to 450 volts. And deep divers at the end of that experiment, some people were like, I don't want to do it, but 68% of people went through all the way to 450 volts. They actually caused harm on another human being because Simon said. Simon says, deep divers, stay in lockdown for 18 months. Everybody does it. The global reset button had to be pushed because we have to see how we are living on the planet. That a lot of people are still slaves. A lot of people are still under authority. A lot of people still can't think for themselves. A lot of people don't have a mind of their own. And when Simon says, do this, you do that. Simon says, take a vaccine, which is going to be mandatory. Okay, sign me up. You see how easy it is to control a human being? What? Monkey see, monkey do. Slow motion this side. So the global reset button had to be pushed so you can see that human beings, many human beings are copycats. Simon says, stay indoors, everyone's indoors. Simon says, take a vaccine, everyone might take a vaccine. Everyone will. So we have to all learn how to be sovereign, okay? The kingdom is not out there. The true kingdom is within yourself. Oh my gosh. Slow motion this side. The global reset button had to be pushed. Deep divers, because humanity will keep getting the same lesson continuously until it wakes up. It's got to wake up to the truth. No more lies, no more illusions. It's got to start taking responsibility for how it is affecting the planet. Another symbolism of this great panic Great pandemic, okay? Air, because this coronavirus affects your respiratory system, okay? So when you are deprived of oxygen, this is how it affects you. So a lot of people took the air for granted before this. Now you're starting to realize how important that good ass prana is. Once again, you're starting to realize what really matters. So we have to move towards more sustainable ways of living. We have to be in the ecosystem and let go of the ego system. Oh my gosh. Slow motion this side. We got to be in the ecosystem, deep divers, and let go of the ego system. A lot of people are in for a rude awakening right now because they have to queue up at the supermarket, deep divers. You got to stock up on toilet roll. People are fighting over toilet roll, deep divers. How insane is that? That's why the global reset button had to be pushed, because it's now showing us, even in a pandemic, people are still greedy. Some elderly people haven't got pasta, haven't got toilet roll, and you want to take 12 rolls. Deep divers, save some for the cat down the road. Oh my gosh. You see, it was all fun and games last year. In fact, a couple of months ago, everyone was all fun and games, right? Did you know, deep divers, there was a coronavirus challenge and the guy who was licking the toilet seat actually got the coronavirus? Like, people be thinking it's a joke out here. Because in this new narcissistic matrix world, everybody wants to do things for attention. That's why the global reset button had to be pushed. It's not about doing it for the gram, deep divers. It's about doing something that is true to your soul. The global reset button had to be pushed, deep divers, because humanity was just about to be extinct. Something had to happen like this, and it's a blessing in disguise. Why? Because the coronavirus is not the biggest threat to you. The biggest threat is your way of thinking. And this is something that you human beings have to work on. Because this will happen again. And if we don't change, it's going to be far worse. The global reset button had to be pushed, deep divers. Hard times for a lot of people right now on the planet. Growth requires hard times, deep divers. Growth requires hard times. Growth requires painful times. And that's what's happening right now. Don't see this as the end. See this as a rebirth, a transformation, a letting go of the old, and a welcoming of new energy. That's why a lot of people are celebrating, because they were right all along, deep divers. The old mystic who you used to laugh at, yeah, he was right. Ralph Smart was right when I predicted in the 2020 predictions video that something is going to happen in 2020 that's going to change the world forever. A huge outbreak. How did I predict it? Because I already saw what was coming. The global reset button had to happen, so now you got to start listening to those who are in alignment. You got to start taking them seriously, deep divers. The global reset button had to be pushed. What's coming? You won't believe it. More healing is coming on the planet. Gosh, like right now, deep divers, I'm seeing so many people, 7-day vegan challenge, who are going vegan. That's fantastic, right? Who are starting to realize that this whole thing came from bats, is zoonotic, and then it got transferred to humans. Now, In a vision, I already saw that this is a man-made virus which was infected into bats. You see, this is not natural, deep divers, for a virus to spread all around the world. This is man-made, but their time is up, and the chosen ones will reign supreme. Wuhan is also linked to 5G because you have 100,000 5G towers in China. And 5G started in the Wuhan city. You have to remind yourself, deep divers, that Wuhan is notoriously known for producing adrenochrome. Adrenochrome. What is adrenochrome, deep divers? It's what all of these celebrities in the Hollywood Hills, right, use to look younger. And it's manufactured in Wuhan, so there's a shortage supply right now. But don't worry about that. The global reset button had to be pushed, deep divers. What's coming? You won't believe it. It was all a cover-up, deep divers. It's all a cover-up. And what's coming? They will be exposed. The people who created this man-made virus will be exposed. They will be brought to justice. Oh, that's what's coming. What's coming, deep divers? Healing is coming. Transformation is coming. Peace is coming back on the planet. What else is coming? More cleansing is coming, deep divers. See, that's what this whole reset is all about. That the world had to cleanse itself. It had to get rid of all of that nasty energy, and it had to be reborn. It had to start from scratch, deep divers. The global reset button had to be pushed. What's coming? You won't believe it. Love will win. Love will win. Love will win. I've already seen it, deep divers. That's what's coming. People will move more into the love frequency, those who are awakening already, those who are finding the power within themselves. This is the best time to be alive. Even that bird up there agrees. But for people who are still in fear, they will be trapped in the old world, while those chosen ones move towards the whole new world. Deep divers, say thank you just to be alive, just to see another day. It's a great gift. When you are grateful, deep divers, you attract better things to you. This is not the time to be sad. Rejoice. The whole world is being reborn. And that's why I'm just saying, feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello there? Beautiful deep divers. I'm just, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Shout out to everybody who's been rocking the wonderful good ass prana shirts at ralphsmart.com/clothes. Got a question for me, deep divers? Add me on the verified Instagram page at official Ralph Smart and the verified Facebook page at Ralph Smart. And if you are a sexy ass model, who has already pressed the reset button, DM me on Instagram at official Ralph Smart. If you are a sexy ass model, with a lot of heart, you know what to do. Check out the new book, Deep Divers, for more information like this. Feel Alive by Ralph Smart on Amazon. Have a beautiful day, deep divers. We are free at last. Free at last. Free at last. Peace. Infinite waters, diving deep once again. Stay well. Stay healthy. Peace. Let's just breathe in that good ass prana, baby. Everything will be okay. This too shall pass. Oh yes. Peace.